Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I was having a discussion yesterday with two friends of mine, two non-guitar playing friends, about the differences between guitars. So their sort of point was, and I'm sure a lot of us have had discussions like this with non-guitar playing people, but they were saying if you can find a guitar like this one that will cost you very, very little, why on earth would anyone want to buy something that is, 10, 20, even more times more expensive? When they're going to sound the same, they're going to do the same. They both play a tune, to quote what they said. And, I was sort of trying my best to explain why that might be, and getting nowhere, I might add. So what I thought I would do is, because I've got in a guitar that is, this guitar is £50. It's just a cheap, early standard Aria. And this one is a American Highway 1 Fender. So I thought, well, do you know what? I'm going to compare the two. And we've all seen videos like that, but I'm going to do it my sort of way. So I'll talk over what I've done and what's going to happen, and then we'll get on to the actual comparison. So this guitar, the Aria, was freshly set up today. I did live stream it as well, so thanks for those that watched that. But it's had its frets completely polished. It's had the fingerboard hydrated. Get the camera to focus just there. It's had fresh strings, action set, intonation set. So it is playing absolutely as best as I can make this play. And then this one also has the same gauge and the same make strings fitted as well. They're both Dean Markley 10 to 46. And sound wise, I'm going to dial in my usual preferred tone, the push clean sort of Strat sound that I usually use on both guitars. But I am going to allow myself to dial in the EQ slightly differently on each one, as you would with your own guitar, just to give each one, the best representation, and also to give the Aria the best shot kind of thing. So we'll get on to the sound demos now, and then when I'll come back and sort of give my thoughts on it. And what I really want to hear is what you would say to these people in that same argument. How would you justify it? So you heard the sound comparisons between the two. So I think we'll start off with the obvious differences. So, the higher up the ladder you go, so to say, there are going to be things that you just expect as obvious, you know, standard reason why it's more money. So things like the electronics being much higher quality. This one is from 2008, so it's a little bit older than the Aria, but the electronics and everything are still perfect. There's no crackling, there's no cutting in and out. On the Aria, they are a little bit funny. You do have to, you know, fiddle with the switch a bit to get it working sometimes. So, you know, there's an obvious difference straight away. But also things like the bridge. This guitar has a much more higher mass, stable, more reliable tremolo system. Machine heads and things like that, you know, better quality, tighter, more reliable again, machine heads. All that sort of thing is obvious. You know, that's what you would expect. But, you know, there's much more to it. Guitars are one of the things in life where they are more than a sum of their parts. You know, the better a guitar is to you, and it has to be to you as well, you know, but the more you're going to connect with that guitar, it's going to allow you to play better, it's going to allow you to create and write things that perhaps you wouldn't normally write. That's why guitar players tend to have, you know, 1, 2 or 3 or more guitars, because each one talks to you in a certain way, and that you have a better chance of making that connection with a better quality guitar. And it could be down to all sorts of things. It could be down to the fact that you're holding a proper Fender or a proper Gibson or whatever it might be. It might make you feel that way. Or just the general, you know, the way a guitar sits on you, the way that the weight. There's so many different factors in what makes a guitar right for you. And, you know, it may well be that you prefer the sound and the feel of the cheaper guitar. But then to you, that guitar would be worth as much as any guitar. So trying to explain this to a non-guitar player is a funny thing, because again, they're more than the sum of their parts, and there are all kinds of reasons why people pay 10, 20 times more for a guitar than something that looks to the untrained eye the same. But I want to hear what you think. I want to hear what you would say, or what you have said in that discussion, because like I said, I'm sure it's a discussion we've all had. So to finish out then, I'll do the same jam on each one, just to sort of give you another point of reference between the two. And that's it. So let me know what you think, and I will catch you again in the next video.